Hi, welcome to the Resources Roadhouse. I'm Wally Graham, and it's day 3, the last day of the RIU Explorers Conference at Fremantle. We've got a big day ahead of us, so we won't waste any time, and more importantly, we won't waste any more of your bandwidth. Let's get into it. I'm with David Crook, Managing Director of Pioneer Resources, a company well named because they were the pioneers of the advancement of the lithium industry here in Western Australia. And David, you've currently just been finishing a bit of drilling on some battery mineral sites. How have the results come from there?
We've had a really good start to the year, and at the end of last year we were drilling all of these projects that Wally mentioned. We've had some stunning cobalt results coming from the Golden Ridge project. Interestingly, we also had a brand new nickel sulphide discovery there that we're very excited about. And on the Canadian project, we've hit some of the widest intersections of spodumene that we've ever seen, the biggest being about 68 metres.
Sticking with the Canadian ones, the Mavis Lake one, that's quite an important project for the company.
Well, it's a pure spodumene play. It's a very low geological risk, and the intersections that we're getting will speak for themselves. And the numbers are 2 or 3 weeks away, so we'll find out just how good then.
We've got the lithium here, we've got cobalt here at Golden Ridge. Some of the intersections you hit at Cobalt Ridge, they were quite impressive too.
They're very impressive. We want to do some site test work so that we've got a plan towards development, but it's very similar to some of the other big companies around the Ardea stuff. At Goongarrie and also the stuff down at Mount Thirsty, very similar to that, and very good grades. We're strongly encouraged by those.
I'm with Leo Romero from base metals focused exploration play Metallicity, who recently acquired the Napier Range zinc project up in Western Australia. So Leo, the Napier Range project, is that a nice fit for the portfolio?
Yeah, well, thanks, Wally. Yeah, look, we've been playing with Admiral Bay for a while now, and it's still progressing, but it's a large asset. It's difficult for a small junior like us to actually progress it quick enough. But yeah, we saw Leonard Shelf about 8 months ago, and there were some assets around that we could sort of have a crack at, doing DD, and officially acquired it a couple of months ago. It's a smaller project. It's something that a junior like us can actually execute without too much difficulty. We believe that we can get into production within a 3-year time frame, assuming approvals get done and according to plan. And this will fit our portfolio as an early cash flow opportunity for us. And not just the cash, just the expertise as well, some of the infrastructure. There's some good synergies that we can generate with this project while Admiral Bay is still progressing.
I'm with Dave Reeves, Managing Director of Calidus Resources, a reasonably newcomer on the gold scene in WA, and they're based up in the Pilbara. Dave, an unusual story as far as gold goes in WA, but tell us all about it.
Yeah, for sure. Slightly unusual. First question we're asked is, how do you have 2 gram a tonne ore body outcropping at surface? Looks like cracking the 1 million ounce mark. No modern mining that still exists in WA. It's just a story of consolidation. Where we are, gold's been mined since 1897, but it's never been pulled together as one. A lot of fragmented ownership. We've done that, and by doing that, we've managed to pull together enough pieces of the pie to look at a truly large-scale modern development. We drilled 16,000 metres in the 6 months since we listed in June last year. We added 300,000 ounces in that time to the resource to take us to over 700,000 ounces, and also convert to over 500,000 of that indicated. We're planning 50,000 metres this year, so a significant step up, and we hope to see a consummate increase in resources as well based on that.
You know, back in the old days, a good sign that exploration activity was at its best was that there were no drill rigs available and they were all out in the field. These days, with modern technology, they're still out in the field, but another good sign is the fact that all the portable XRF machines are out there as well. Now, I'm with Portable Analyzers Australia's Managing Director, Chris Brand. And Chris, can you please tell me, what is a portable XRF machine?
It's based on X-ray fluorescence, and what you do is you put X-rays into the soil or the rocks, and it will tell you what elements are in those samples. very quickly, within a minute.
So what's the advantages for a company that's out there, they're drilling? What's the advantage of using one of the machines?
There are several advantages, one of which is that it's instant results, so you get the results while you're actually in the field, on the ground, and you can make on-site decisions to where to drill next and when to stop drilling as well, because if you drill too far, obviously you're wasting money. The other advantage is that you don't have to send so many samples to the laboratory.
I'm with Steve Johnson, Managing Director of Alliance Resources, who have just started another drill program out at their Weed Nana gold prospect in South Australia. So Steve, you're out there drilling again, you're following up some successful results earlier on. Right. So just fill us in on what's happening.
Okay, yeah, well we started drilling yesterday. We've got a 2,500 metre program, roughly 14 holes, and once that's complete, that's at target 4. So once that's complete, we'll move on to a brand new target area, which we call target 5, and hopefully we'll enjoy the same success with that target as well. And then we'll be moving on to the regional targets for base metals. Yeah. We've had some exceptional results in the last 12 months from the first 3 programs. We've got results such as 49 metres of 6.3 grams per tonne, 60 metres of 5.6 grams per tonne, and 36 metres of 3.6 grams per tonne. So we hope we can repeat some of that success and improve the concept on the next target. But yeah, we're really thrilled with these results.
I'm with Mark Bennett, Managing Director of S2 Resources, who have just finished some drilling up in Sweden at some projects that I still cannot pronounce. Mark, you know how to pronounce the names properly. Where's the drilling been happening and how's it been going?
The drilling's been happening in northern Sweden in a belt called the Skellefteå belt at a prospect called Storgroven. And we just put our first 3 or 4 holes into a nice looking anomaly. Waiting on the results for that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if they come back half decent, then we'll be heading back in with another drill rig soon. We do a type of drilling called base of till drilling, so the area is covered with glacial clay, and you have to poke down through it to find the bedrock underneath. So it's basically a glorified 3D rock chip sample, and that basically just vectors you into the hot spots. And this particular hot spot, we had up to 2.5 grams gold and 60 grams silver in those samples. So that's why we've been in there drilling, and hopefully we'll be back there again soon.
All right, and so you've got a bit of more of a lead time before you can't drill again because of the seasonal aspects?
In some places you can only drill in the winter if you're in a bog or a swamp, but fortunately this one isn't, and we can drill all year round. So other than probably 2 months of the year when the snow's melting and it's a bit sticky and the reindeer are coming through on their migration, we can drill all year round. So fingers crossed we'll be busy there over the northern summer as well.
I'm with John Donaldson, General Manager of Geology at Gold Road Resources, who have just come out of what they have labelled the Summer of Fun. And during that Summer of Fun, the company worked out their 2018 drilling program. John, that Summer of Fun, where's it taking you?
We'll be starting 1st of March with our diamond rigs, the RC rigs soon to follow. We've got a large budget. We've got $22 million, or just over $22 million to spend out at Yamana, with the bulk of that on greenfields exploration. So this is exploration under sand and with hidden ore bodies. We found Gruyere. We believe we can find another one. What we've got to make sure is that we spend that money wisely.
Great, and of course the Gruyere project progressing along nicely. What sort of stage are we at there?
Yeah, we're very happy with the progress of the project. Everything is on schedule. We'll be pouring gold early in 2019 and then ramping up to 270,000 ounces a year. A little bit of pre-strip, so as a geologist that's great. We've been down there and had a look at the rocks and we're getting excited about that. And it really is all coming together.
I'm with Rob Tyson, Managing Director of Peel Mining. Now, Rob, they say that drill rigs don't tell fibs.
That's true. No, they don't. They don't. So, and we should know we've drilled 150 k's, since we floated. So, No, they tell the truth. You got to keep drilling. The rotary lie detector, as they say.
And you've been drilling away at the Southern Nights site out there at Wagga Tank. And what's it told you?
Oh, look, it's told us that we're onto a pretty big system. It's zinc rich, so zinc, lead, silver predominantly. Bit of copper and gold in the mix too. But look, it's got scale where we've got about 1.5 kilometres strike at the moment. That's the highest priority area that we're looking at. And there's certainly some very good mineralisation along that strike. So 2 diamond rigs on site, double shifting, a RAB rig going at the moment. That'll be replaced by an RC rig in the next week or two. And yeah, look, the next month or two we're just drilling flat out, find out what we've got.
So that's good night from me, and it's also good night from the 2018 Explorers Conference at Fremantle. Don't despair, because we're going to be back in May, this time from Sydney, for the RIU Sydney Resources Roundup. Until then, I'm out of here.